Hey guys, welcome to BatchTV. My name's Landry Morby, and in this video, we're going to be jumping into BatchLeads' brand new mobile app. So excited about it. Check this out. So in this, we're going to be jumping into all of the new features that if you're familiar with using the BatchLeads app in the past, you could have pulled up your messages here and there, seen what's going on with your recent SMS campaigns, and maybe look up a quick address. But now, so amazing. You can come in here and actually drive for dollars live. If you're into door knocking, taking that out on the go with you, making notes, and looking at the property owner's information. So we're going to jump into how you can start doing that, as well as how you can even pull a list. So there's no just pulling a single property anymore. You can come in here and actually use some filters and identify those prospects that you're looking for. So taking a look down at my app, it's taking me to my location as soon as I open this up, where I can start looking for addresses. I can start pulling those lists across the top, or there's a start driving button near the top left-hand corner. So we're going to go into that first, tap that once, and it will bring up all of your existing lists from your BatchLeads account. So if you need to add something that's a little bit more particular to the drive you're about to start tracking, you can go onto the computer and add that so that you have it available here. So in my list, I have a specific driving for dollars or D for dollar sign list right here. I'm just going to tap on that and click apply at the bottom. And what this allows you to do is as soon as you come across a property that you want to add to your list, you just have to tap on it and it knows exactly where to be saved. So super convenient, especially when you're trying to keep your eyes focused and you don't want to be paying too much attention to your phone. So one last thing with this, just a tip for you guys getting into using driving for dollars if you're brand new to it, or just in general with the actual BatchLeads app. If you click on the gear icon in the top right hand corner before you start your drive, you can actually make that even easier and turn on tap to save property. What this allows you to do is you don't have to tap it more than once to add it and just keep driving. So see something you're interested in, tap on that and move on. So it's going to let you have the ability to save it to whatever list. So I could change this here from what I set prior. I could put a specific lead status on it, but I'm just going to leave it as new. Also keep this settings page in mind just so that you can always come back and view your past routes on the map really easy. So we're just going to click on the back arrow in the top left, and you can also switch to satellite. So it's already tracking my route. Obviously I'm stationary, but as you move down the road, a blue line will follow behind you, so you don't have to wonder where have you been already, so you're not wasting your time going down the same streets over and over again. And we're just going to go over to a neighborhood and add something to our list. So you'll find the house numbers right above. And let's say that I'm looking at this one on the left, 2103. I can just tap on the little dot here. It'll open up a really quick preview of this, but at the bottom you can see it's saved already because I have that tap to save on. So if you're kind of just going through and trying to add as many properties as possible so that you can look them up later on your computer, it's going to be a breeze. But let's say that you did want to take the time and get a little bit more information on this property owner and this address. You could click details and open that up. First thing is, of course, you're going to have access to the photos that are already defaulted in your BatchLeads account of that property, but you do have this little upload option where you can take your own. So taking your own photo of that, if you notice that it's a little bit off from the Google photo and maybe there's more signs of distress or whatever the case might be, having that documented for later is going to be vital. And then here you can easily skip trace the property owner, so I can get their contact information like their phone numbers and emails with a tap. This will use your wallet balance, of course. And if you've seen any of the new features that we've also been sharing with BatchLeads 3.0, one of those included in certain plans is that after you skip trace the contact, you can actually open up the contact information and you can tap on one of the phone numbers and you can give them a call. It's called click to dial. Everybody that is in that specific plan has a phone number already defaulted into their account. So I could sit right in front of this address, give them a quick call, ask them what's going on with it, and so on. So take the time to go through this section. There's also comping within the mobile app as well. Being able to pull those up on the go is so crucial and so nice. So let's get out of this property. Let's say we add something else. One more example here. I'm going to tap on the address. You can see at the bottom it's saving. it's done. I can move forward and keep adding those to my account. When you're done, after, of course, keeping in mind the mileage that you've driven is all tracked at the top, the properties you've added, and the time. So if it's just you driving, or if you have a huge team that's doing this with you, you can manage and track everybody super, super easy. So stop or pause your tracking in the top left. So I'm going to stop and save it, but you can pause it if you want to come back to it. Maybe you're taking a break from driving, you're going out on a Saturday, you're planning to drive for 5 hours and you're stopping for lunch. You could pause it, and then when you get back in your car, just pick up where you left off if you want. But we're going to stop and save that. Confirm. And you could just confirm out of this by clicking got it, but you can also go to view your driving route. So we're going to go here. And you can always come back to this page if you go to your menu, which is the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner, and go to your driving routes here in this menu option. But if I want to go and see all of my past tracked routes, I'll be able to just tap on those. It'll bring me to the map. This was a drive I did the other day, and it shows me where I drove, how long I drove, and all of these red icons on the map with this last sold price. Those are the properties that I added to my drive. So we're going to go now into how you can actually pull lists in here and what you can do with your saved properties. So let's go to property search. And if you've been, once again, familiar with the BatchLeads mobile app, you've probably been used to maybe just looking up a quick address, but I'm going to go into an example of using filters now. So I'm going to tap on the search bar where you can look up a specific address, city, zip code, or county. And I'm just going to be looking in Phoenix. Tap on that to insert it. And what it's doing right here across the top, it's telling me the total, and I can go through what it's found for me. But to get even deeper, instead of just looking at the grand total of the properties it brought up, I can go to the filter options in the top right-hand corner, these bars with the adjustments on them. And I could start looking for absentee owners, properties that are off or on market, that are in pre-foreclosure, ownership info, how long they've owned the address, and more. So let's just say we're going to apply a few filters and be looking for absentee owners. So owners that do not reside at the properties they own, they are absent. I also want to be, let's say, looking for properties that are also vacant. So nobody's there. The absentee owner doesn't have a tenant living there. It's completely vacant. Under property characteristics, I could come in here and be looking for only single family residential properties. So I'm going to go to residential. Make sure you click apply for every single filter that you add here to make sure that you've actually added it. For property type, let's do single family. And then, of course, the other things, don't miss out on these. Also, if you're not seeing one of the filters you're used to when you're using the mobile app, you're going to have more options on the desktop just because there's so many things you can do with this. So keep that in mind. This is just for pulling that quick list if you're out on the go and are not able to look on your computer. Let's go back, and we're going to go to MLS status, be going to only off-market properties. Apply that filter again. Ownership info, I'm going to say that the owners that own these addresses must have had them for at least, let's say, 10 years. So I'm going to move this up to 10. And we're just going to click apply and more. So I could be pulling cash buyers on the go and add more specific things here. But I'm going to click apply once more. And now instead of viewing 450,000 properties, I'm now viewing around 1,400. So here I could start looking at those results. Once again, opening the details here, clicking save if I want to. And once you are ready to save those to your account, all you have to do is go over to these options near the top right-hand corner, kind of like this 4 square or these 3 really solid lines, where you can view them a little bit differently. So I'm just going to switch back and forth so you can see where I'm pointing. But at this point, there's little check marks in the top right-hand corner where I can select these now to save them instead of be looking at them on the map. So select in the top right. I'm going to click select all, or we could just add a few. Let's do that for this. Let's say I want to add these 4 to my list instead of all of them, which is in the top left, and click save. So this is where you'll save it to a list and a tag. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to my vacant list and click save in the bottom right-hand corner. And there you go. So really, really nice. All you have to do now to go look at those is the menu in the top left and then go to my list. So last thing that I want to showcase for you guys is, of course, you can open this up, open the details again, and get a lot of information just by looking through the mobile app. But if you go to the bar with the adjustments in the top right, you can always filter out what you're wanting to look for of your saved properties. And you can select these to do bulk actions. So let's just say that I'm going to grab some of these with the check marks in the top right hand corner. And I'll once again just grab a couple. Click actions at the bottom where I can update the list. I can create a driving route, which is so awesome. So this works best when you have a couple properties in a really close vicinity that you want to visit. It'll draw out a line that you can follow essentially. So a few properties is best for this scenario if you had some saved in your list that you just wanted to go visit. So that's there now. You can update the lead status in bulk, skip trace them together to get all of their contact information at once, update the tags, self-manage them, opt out, and delete them here. And then finally, if you're used to having SMS in your account, just open your menu and you do have your inbox here so that you can reply to your prospects really easy. So as you guys can see, so many amazing updates have been added to the BatchLeads app. I'm so excited for you guys to download this. You can grab it on the Apple or Google Play Store, depending on the phone that you have. Please let us know your feedback. Let us know how you're liking it, and don't forget to try out these new features, especially if there's something you're unfamiliar with that you want to explore. Leave us a comment below if you do have any questions. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button so we can keep creating you great educational content for free.